Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First ranking with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
Yeah. What's good? What's going on, man? We had another fight week. We actually had a big fight week, man. It's definitely going to be more fights that I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. But unfortunately, I want to talk about this PBC event. Personally, I think it's going to be a good card. I think it's actually a loaded card from top to bottom. You know, even some of the prelim fights they got going on. So I actually think this is a decent card. You know what I mean? I really do. I know recently I spoke about, just the main event. I spoke about the main event. I believe that was like Wednesday or something like that. So I spoke about the main event, and I want to touch upon that because, of course, some things that took place in the press conference and some other things that's been going on with other fighters that's on the card as well. So I got to touch upon that as well, man. And man, I mean, we in for a big treat, a big surprise. Not just the PBC card, but there's other cards that's going on as well. And I believe that, man, I really do believe that it's going to be a pretty decent card. I really do. How much is expected? I don't know the expectations of everybody for this card, but for me, I believe that we could see some explosive fights. I really do. Jared Green in the building. What's good with you, man? Say hello, world. What's good with you? What's going on? Shawai, what's going on? How you doing, man? Hope everything all right with you. Light skin business. What's good with you? What's going on, man? For sure. I know it's late. I'm a night owl, so I'll be up. So this is what it is for me. Man. So you do got some good fights on here tomorrow, and I've been looking at some of the lines. I just might do a live odds betting show. I haven't did one of those in almost a year and some change, almost a year and a half. But I'm definitely liking some lines. I'm looking for a couple bets. I got a long parlay, right? I got a grocery list of parlays that I could put on here. She said, I just glad I caught the live. Yeah, I be going on late, man. I be up, what I'm saying? I'm a night owl. But some of the undercards before I get to the main card, man, but some of the prelims, you got Jesus, Ramos, and of course you got Jayzion Rosario. Personally, man, I really don't give Jayzion Rosario a chance in this fight. I actually think that Jesus Ramos should actually put it on him early and often. I know that Jayzion Rosario fought not too long ago, I would say. I don't think it was that long ago because I know he fought Jared Hurd. I believe, I want to say that was a pro box card, but maybe I'm not sure. But I do remember those two guys fighting. With that being said, man, Jayzion Rosario, he it's tough. He's been in that 154 division. I believe if you've been following me, you know how I feel about that 154-pound division. You know what I mean? And it's a rough and rugged division. Now, he is a former champion, but at the same time, he's not what he used to be. He's definitely not the guy he was when he first came over. Now I remember when his first fight, when he first came over, he fought Nathaniel Gallimore. And I was thinking like, okay, well, he might do a little something. We just got to see, we just got to see how that works out for him. And it actually did work out for him. I mean, he went on a win streak after fight, Nathaniel Gallimore. He was actually stopped in that fight, and I think he had like maybe 8 fights win streak. Then he fought Charlo and lost. Right, he beat Julian J. Rock Williams. That's when he got a belt or whatever. Because remember, Julian J. Rock Williams beat Jared Hurd. You know what I mean? So he's definitely been fighting. And of course, he lost to Logan Charlo right back to back, body shots. And that's going to be a key factor here. Actually, that's definitely going to be a key factor here. So yeah, they fought in August. Jared Hurd and Jason Rosario, they fought to a split draw. That was an ugly fight. I really didn't like that fight. Mr. Fitz for All Sports was good with you. Hello, world. What's going on with you, man? So I really don't know what to expect from Jason Rosario. I really don't. He's always had body issues. For his people touching that body, he's gonna go down. I think that Jesus Ramos should run over him like a truck trailer, a tractor truck trailer. That's what I expect. Will it happen? I don't know. But what I will say, to me, looking at the weigh-ins, it definitely looked like Jason Rosario. This is by far, I want to say, since his fight with J Rock, his body has looked the part. Like it looks like he actually, been training hard. That's what it looked like. Now, I'm not saying that mean anything, but he does look like he been training his ass off. That's what he looked like. I didn't see that I didn't see that in prior fights. I didn't see his body look like that when he fought against Lubin. I didn't see his body look like that against, even when he fought Francisco Sanchez, body didn't look like that. Even when he fought Brian Mendoza, his body didn't look like that. So I was like, damn, what's going on with this kid? I know he has been, going through some things and things of that nature. I do know, I see Boxing Guru say, he talked to his trainer Bob Santos, so I do know that he got with him. But he looked good. I will say he did look good. He did look good on the scales, and that's for us right now. That's all I can give him, right? But at the same time, he is a former champion. He is game. But then again, got Jesus Ramos, who I believe should run him over, touch that body early, often, get him out of there. That's what I truly believe. So I know that's going to one of the prelim fights, and I think that's going to be electric. That's actually a good fight for a prelim fight as well. You also got who else you got on that card? The Camille Moulton, right? Personally, I'm not too big on Camille Moulton. I know a lot of you guys are. I just got to see more from him. I know pretty much right now, when you come up on the Floyd Mayweather banner, everybody gonna talk about you. You got to live up to expectations. He's already had, one little implement downfall in his career for us missing weight. I believe he came like 10, 12 pounds over when he was supposed to fight on Danny Garcia card, 2-3 months ago. So hopefully he learned from that. And he's a heavy favorite. I think he's like minus 5,000 or some sort like that. So, hey, we'll see, man. But I just don't, I'm not really big on Camille Moulton. That's just me. Of course, David Benevidez's brother, Jose Benevidez, he's fighting, which, he's fighting Danny Rosenberger. So that's a fight that a get-back fight, get back in the win column, in which he should. Jose Benevidez, I think his last fight was Charlo, if I'm not mistaken. And he went the distance. He went the distance. Many people didn't expect him to go the distance, but he did. So, hey, he's on his brother card. He got a chance to get back in the win column and get some more fights upon his belt as well. And I'm looking at the odds for the Isaac Cruz and the Angel Fierro fight. Personally, man, I'm going to be honest with you. uh, I like Pitbull Cruz. Don't get it twisted. I like him, but anytime you're a minus 1100, I'm not gonna say anytime, but I don't believe that Pitbull Cruz should be a minus 1100 fighter. Because take into consideration that you look at Angel Figueroa last fight. Personally, Angel Figueroa is a match made in heaven for Pitbull Cruz. Come forward, don't move a lot, and that's what Pitbull wants you to do. He's said it in multiple interviews. He's running, or he's running. He don't want to trade. He don't want to punch. He want to run. So now that they're giving him what he want, right? Now they're giving him what he want. Somebody's going to trade with you. But Figueroa, he got a little spice in him. He got a little fear, a little fish in him too. So, and actually, Pitbull Cruz is a match made in heaven for Figueroa. So I believe that this fight is going to be fireworks. To start off the main card, I believe this fight is definitely going to set the tone, or should set the tone. Somebody getting knocked out in this fight. I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody getting knocked out in this fight. But I just don't believe that Pitbull Cruz is worthy enough of 1100 favorite. I just don't believe that. That's with any fighter he's in the ring with, considering his last three performances. It was subpar. If you ask me, they were subpar. So I just don't believe he should be a minus 1100 fighter. He's coming off a loss. Figueroa, like I said before, he's a fierce fighter. He's going to come forward. He's going to come strong. Match made in heaven for both of those guys. And, hey, may the best win. This is a pretty much a Latino card, right? So with that being said, man, I know the Mexicanos, the Cubans, they're going to be live in effect in that T-Mobile Arena. And this is one of those fights that can erupt the whole arena, simply because this is the type of fighting styles that they endure. They like to see. So, hey, I'm with it. I want to see some banging too, but that's not my pedigree. That's not my style of fighting. But more power to both of them. But I just don't believe it. I think this fight right here could possibly, I'm not saying it will, could possibly be a letdown spot right here, but I'm not sure. But I think that Pitbull Cruz knows that he got to get back in the winning circles, because you heard him talking about he want the rematch with Tank, and I've said before, it seemed like Pitbull Cruz, that's the only name he knows, Tank. If he gonna speak English, he gonna say Gervonta Davis. So, hey, more power to him. So I say salute Adrian Viet. What's going on? But Banana needs to use that fiber jab setback with the uppercut. Shawala Yashe, I don't like him much. I still don't think Figueroa beats him, but he can scrap for sure. Boxing Guru laugh and say real talk. Hey, Guru, you know what I'm talking about. He don't know nobody named but Gervonta Tank Davis. Fishfall Sports say it's the Tank effect. People who survive and have been a hop job who have not lived up to what he's supposed to be. Joseph Townsend say salute. Say hello world. What's good with you, man? Yeah, man, that's the only name he knows. Shit, he don't know nobody else's name. But when he speak English, he's sure enough gonna say Gervonta Tank Davis. But man, listen, Pitbull Cruz is a star, man. And the reason why I say he's a star, because when I went to the Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis fight, man, from the time they finished weighing in, he had a crowd around him all the way back over to the MGM. And if you know exactly where the weigh-ins were in front of the T-Mobile Arena, back across the street, you got to go up the bridge and back over into the MGM. So, I mean, literally, I want to say hundreds of fans follow him all the way to the elevator. So he's definitely a star. That's for sure. And it wasn't just Latinos. I seen it was white Caucasians. I seen it was, Black Americans. So there was definitely a lot of people around him. So salute to him as well. But hopefully he get it done. You know what I mean? Hopefully he get it done. Man, my next fight, I'm gonna rock with Cool Boy Steph all the way. Y'all know that's my partner You know, that's my partner. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of him, and just a friend as well. So, like I said before, I'm always gonna root for him. One of the reasons why I got him on the screen because I wanted to talk about the things that he's been going through. Hey, everybody been seeing it. Um, Everybody been seeing it. The things that he had to endure from his own family members. Now, I will say this. I don't have the best relationship with my mother, but sometimes parents in general can say the wrong thing, but I just don't feel like as if that was something that his mother should have said. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I also feel like that's something that Cool Boy shouldn't have put out there for the public to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like a catch 22. When you put something out there, everybody gonna gravitate towards it because you put it out there. You know what I mean? So now everybody looking at it like, oh, his head not in it. He's not really into it. Then he put out a tweet about his sister and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. So people looking at it like, damn, they don't look good. Then of course people, what makes me what's mind boggling is this. Um, um, is what's mind boggling is this. People still don't take in the fact that this. I believe Cool Boy he beat what 10, 11, 10 or 11 undefeated fighters, maybe 12. First of all, what people don't know, PBC didn't even want to sign him. Let's be clear. I know the coach who brought Cool Boy Fulton, over to PBC. I specifically know who the coach is who set it all up, right? I know for a fact that they did not want to sign him. Hey, he saying things he couldn't punch and things of that nature, but this coach was definitely one of the guys who said no, he's definitely going to be a world champion. All he needs is an opportunity. So they gave him an opportunity, and look what he did with it. But it's mind-boggling that people don't give him the credit and respect that he deserves. He beat 10 or 11 undefeated fighters. I don't know one other person on PBC that beat 10 to 11 undefeated fighters. Let's be clear about that, right? Secondly, he fought a generational talent in Naoya Inoue. First off and foremost, when he fought Naoya Inoue, he was actually supposed to fight Brandon Figueroa on the undercard of Earl Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford. They was actually supposed to fight in November, so he already had plans of going up to 126. He been told me, and that was like 3 years ago now, that he don't think that he can make 122 anymore. But because he wanted to show how great he is, of course, he took the chance of, going over to what Japan or Asia or something like that. Went over there. Of course, he lost. We all saw how it ended, right? But that's to be commended. I think that is to be commended. That he even went over there. A lot of people didn't even know, but if you follow me, I was the first to tell you that, hey, he was supposed to be fighting on the undercard of Bud and Spence, and they was supposed to be having this rematch here. Here they are now having it 2 to 3 years later. You know what I mean? So I think this is a fight that I believe that PBC wants Brandon Figueroa to win. I believe that they thought that Brandon Figueroa was going to win the first time. I believe that Cool Boy Steph's back is against the ropes, against the wall. I believe this is probably going to be a make or break fight for him. And I believe that he knows that. I'm actually well aware that he knows that. Now, here's some things that I have heard, and it raised suspicion to me. So I had to go back and do, I got to run my stuff through the fax machine. People was telling me that, he wasn't looking good in sparring. I believe whomever is one of his spar partners, the father went to go put like 10K on Brandon Figueroa, said that Brandon Figueroa was gonna knock him out. But here's what they didn't say. Cool Boy Steph was sparring with a sauna suit on. He was sparring with a sauna suit on against two world-class fighters. Now, I'm not sure how many of you ever put on a sauna suit. As soon as you get going, as soon as you start getting those rounds in, you may be good after 1 or 2 rounds, but once you start getting really into sparring, especially when you're in a high class fighting high class fighters and sparring, your energy is gonna zap real fast. Your energy is gonna zap real fast. I don't give a damn if you go to the gym and start running your sauna suit. By the time you get to 10 minutes, you're gonna feel your energy level zap real fast. So he pretty much had hit a from what I understand, he pretty much had hit a weight wall. Pretty much had hit a weight wall. Now that was from some people who obviously would spar him. So I had to go back and do some more research. I actually spoke to one of Bozy Ennis fighters, who I'm not gonna say any names. Spoke to one of Bozy Ennis fighters, and he told me like basically what I had heard. And then of course he also told me, said, well, the thing about the good part about it is that was like a month and a half ago, but ever since then he's been looking good after he got over the weight wall. Got over the weight wall, and he's been looking sharp and sparring. Now I also heard that he may have had a shoulder injury or something like that, but when I ran that through the fast machine, people told me that wasn't true. So hey, now now I'm like, okay, well, I look at Cool Boy, and people said that he missed weight earlier this morning and had to come back to the scale for a second time. My thing is, he made the weight. Now he can rehydrate and he's good to go. Now this fight right here definitely gonna be a barn burner. We already saw what happened in the first fight. Me personally, I thought the fight was not as close as people made it out to be. One reason why I say that is because when Brandon Figueroa throw his punches, yeah, he throw a hell of a lot of punches, but a lot of them don't be connected. Let's get that clear. A lot of those punches when he was trying to punch Stephen Fulton, or Lil Scooter as I call him, when he was trying to punch Lil Scooter, a lot of those was coming off the gloves. Some of those was coming off the arms, even the elbows. So I really didn't see what others were saying, and that's why I say some people watch boxing and and yeah, that's another thing. He was smothering some of his punches as well. That's a good pickup right there too, Shawai. So I always say some people when they watch boxing, they listen to the commentators or they just see two people moving around the ring. They can't tell you what is happening. Why is he doing this, or why he's feinting here? What is he looking for? You know what I mean? They can't tell you that, but they'll tell you, oh, he won. He threw more punches. Just because you threw more punches don't mean a damn thing, not in my eyes. But again, I don't know how you guys watch a fight or assess a fight. So, you know, so it's different. It's different for me. But a lot of punches that I seen him throw in the first fight, don't get me wrong, it was a hell of a fight. I thought it was one of the fight of the year, up for the candidate for fight of the year. Cool Boys, he edged it out. Of course, Brandon Figueroa felt like he wanted to run it back then. He also said that, well, I ain't gonna fight you at 122. I'm gonna fight you at 126. My whole thing was, well, shit, y'all just fought at 122, run that shit right back, in which Cool Boy Steph was willing to do. But Brandon Figueroa wanted to go up, so that's why it didn't happen initially. So now, years later, it was talked about, supposed to happen on Spence and Crawford undercard. Now it's happening now, 3 years later. Cool. Now we're here. Well, I remember very, very vividly Brandon Figueroa after his loss to Cool Boy Steph. Him and his team, his sister, his brother, his sister and his dad, I believe it was, something like that, was pretty much saying how he need to clean up his punches and be a little bit hesitant and not reckless, throwing some of his punches. I honestly think if he tries to come into, because I remember them saying that, and I actually wrote it down in one of my old books, keeping notes. And I actually got to go find it so I could tell you exactly what was said, but it was something to that extent. If Brandon Figueroa has that mindset, because he did it in his very next fight at the beginning, but he went right back to what he knows best, and that's throwing a volume of punches. But my thing is this: if he does that at the beginning of the fight, I think that's going to make the fight easier for Cool Boy Steph. Reason being is because Cool Boy Steph doesn't normally fight how he fight how he fought Brandon Figueroa. He beat Brandon Figueroa at his own game. He did. When you go back and look at those 10 to 12 undefeated fighters that Cool Boy Steph fought, he actually beat them all differently. Cool Boy Steph is almost like I would say sort of like a Floyd. So you've seen like a resemblance of a Floyd Mayweather type performance to the guy, I forget the guy name that he fought before he fought anyway. And that was made a lot of people think like, damn, he probably got a good chance. Daniel Roman, I'm sorry. When he fought Daniel Roman, he looked phenomenal. He looked flawless. And it was a total different fight than how he fought Brandon Figueroa. And that's what I'm saying. He's able to switch it up because he has different styles. And it depends on how he feels. Do I believe that this fight is going to break out the same exact way that it went the first time? I believe it's probably going to break out like that in the middle rounds. Because at some point, Brandon Figueroa is going to say, okay, well, if I'm being hesitant and trying to throw sharp punches, crisp punches, and being a boxer, and I'm losing these rounds, some way and somehow I got to go make up for it. The only way I can really make up for it is fighting the way that I know how to fight. So if that is implementing his game plan and he started that, I believe that a fight will break out in the middle rounds. We just got to see what happens. That's what I'm banking on. Now, I've been seeing people say, oh, he's going to knock Scooter out based off his last performance. Scooter coming off a 14-month layoff. He was fighting a strong fighter, and I think it was named Carlos Castro. I didn't expect for Cool Boy to look like that, but I give him a hell of a lot of credit for getting up off the canvas and taking it to Castro, a guy who does punch hard, a guy who knows to get knockouts against a formidable opponent. The same guy who fought Brandon Figueroa, even though Brandon Figueroa stopped him, right? But Castro and Fulton are two completely different fighters. Both of these guys been off for over a year now, right? So you never seen Cool Boy out of shape, right? You never seen him out of shape. If one thing I do know, he's definitely gonna be in shape. And one thing I do know, if he has to take it to the next level, throw just a many amount of punches that Brandon Figueroa will throw, I'm willing to bet you that Cool Boy Stuff is going to be up for the task. Again, his back is against the wall. This is a fight that I don't believe that PBC wants him to win. The odds are against him. They already looking at it like, well, you didn't look good against Castro. I mean, how do you expect your fighter to look when those guys over there are only fighting one time? After he fought anyway, he didn't fight until 14 months after. 14 months, 12 months in a year. And that's a year and 2 months. Come on now. Talk to me, somebody. How do you supposed to look? You know what I mean? Especially if you're fighting one time a year. So I believe it's going to be a good fight. But what I don't agree with is the odds. You got, what's his name? Brandon Figueroa, I think, at like minus 230. Yeah, taller fighter. He's looked strong and durable at 126. But what don't sit right is me, how do you have Cool Boy Steph at a plus 200, who is a former unified champion? Not only is he a former unified champion, he beat 10 to 12 undefeated fighters. That's something that you can't really my thing is this, you would be a fool not to put some type of, even if you was going for Brandon Figueroa, you would be a fool to not put some money on Cool Boy Steph. Because there's no way you can tell me that a guy, although Brandon Figueroa is a two-time champion in two different weight classes, but we're talking about a guy who was a unified champion and beat you previously. Not only beat you previously, but also beat 10 undefeated fighters. Fuck, that's pretty fucking impressive. And if you telling me that he's a minus 230 favorite versus a caliber fighter like Cool Boy, although he may not be a big puncher, he's at plus 200. Yeah, man. Yeah, you'll be a fool to not throw some money on Cool Boy Steph. You will be a complete fool. Complete fool, for sure. for sure. But I like Cool Boy Steph in that fight, despite the things that I've heard throughout the camp and things of that nature. Sometimes when you're back against the wall is when you have some of your best performances, for sure. And if you did it before, you damn it, you can do it again. So I'm a roll with Steph. You know what I mean? I do think it'll be a hard fight for him. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a hard fight. I think Brandon Figueroa is a hard fight for anybody, honestly, because he's a tall fighter. Brandon Figueroa, damn near almost taller than me, and he fight at what 26. You're pretty tall to be fighting that weight class. What else I got? Oh, the main event. I still ain't budged. I still got David Benevidez stopping David Morrell in the middle rounds. Again, like I said before, I said it again, and it was crazy. As many predictions and people have put out, I've went to listen to damn near everybody. Nobody has seen or even talked about the things that I've talked about. David Morrell, again, I believe now. I have heard people say that they believe that the fight is too early. I have heard that, so I got to give those people those kudos. I've always said that, even when people were saying 3 years ago he need to fight David Morrell. I'm like, fuck, he only got number 3 fight. The fuck you need to fight him for? Y'all just listen. I understand you want the best to fight the best, but some people just gonna run the fighter in the ground. You know what I mean? He said, "Agree." David Benevidez TKO. Shit, I do too. But here's the thing, Guru, you might notice this too as well, Guru. So hear me out, Guru. Let me know if I'm seeing this wrong. David Morrell only has 11 fights. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel that the lack of experience on the pro level, right, could be a little beneficial. But I also got to say, well, look, here's the thing about that. If you look at his resume, which is very, very commendable, he got a lot of fighters on there who has some deep, great records, 29-2, 29-0, and 16-0, and things of that nature. I mean, hell, the only fight, was his pro debut. Outside his pro debut, he took off. Very commendable. But here's the thing. There was at least 4 fights that I saw David Morrell fight. And each of those 4 fights that I believe that he struggled in, 3 of those went to decision. One of those, he ended up stopping the guy late. What happens to David Morrell when he throws a whole bunch of punches trying to get you out of there, but he doesn't get you out of there? You know what I mean? I've always said this. When he try to get you out of there and he see that you're not going anywhere, now those guys, the punches may be hurting them a little bit, but they still able to take it. Right? They're still able to take it, but he's not getting those guys out of there. And I've always seen David Morrell revert back to boxing, but when he reverts back to boxing those guys, it seems like his opponents start to turn the tide in the fight. They start coming on. I've seen that at least 3 or 4 fights. So with that being said, it's like, damn. I hear people say, well, David Morrell just need to box. He come from the Cuban background. But damn, the times that I've seen him box, you know what I mean? The times that I've seen him box, the tide started to change. So it's like, can he really box? Because every time I see him try to box, the tide started changing towards the other opponent. Whenever he couldn't get those opponents out of there, like he normally got all those other guys out of there first through the 4th round. When you're fighting a guy like David Benevidez, let's say we haven't seen the fight, but let's just say David Benevidez is not fazed by his punches. And let's say David Morrell reverts back to boxing. What the fuck do you think David Benevidez is gonna do? He's gonna walk and hunt you down because he's not fazed by what you're doing. Now, David Benevidez may not be a big puncher, but he can definitely damn sure punch, right? But majority of his knockouts come from just beating on you and putting those combinations together. What if David Morrell don't have an answer for that? Now, playing devil's advocate, well, what if David Morrell, comes out early and hops on David Benevidez, which is liable. Now, if I'm David Morrell, I don't know if I do that first. I don't know if I do that first or if I should just box first. Because again, times that I've seen David Morrell box, his opponents always start coming on and touching him up. Then on the opposite end, what if he goes after David Benevidez like he does? I've always seen him do. My thing is he should just try to go at least get David Benevidez's attention, go impress his will in the first round, but don't go out. If he put this together smoothly, then we can have a contested fight. But I just don't see that. Boxer Guru say David Benevidez style is a bad matchup for David Morrell because David Morrell can only beat people. David Morrell only beat people he can outbox, and that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, that's basically what I've been seeing. And if he can outbox you and hurt you with his power, those are times that I've really seen him like, damn, this guy's he's a force to be reckoned with. But then I look like, you know what I mean? Let me go back to some of the other stuff I missed real quick because I got to catch up on that. Ashley Corner, what's good with you? D-Man Jr., what's going on? Drink more water, so I know Steph got it in him. Bro's energy not where we're going to see tomorrow night. I believe it is. D-Man Jr., what's up with you? Said PBC got to do better with keeping fighters actors. Nah, I definitely do agree with that. So I have Fig on a bunch of parlays. Any straight plays I make would be live for sure. Well, you better catch that Steph Fulton before it go down because it's at plus 200. And ain't no damn way he should be plus 200. That's for sure. Ramos under. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I did say he still has amateurish looking style to me. David Morrell. Yeah, some of his stuff do look very amateurish. It does. But then again, his power make up for it. Morrell talked himself into an ass whooping. I agree on somewhat to run fighters in the ground. Yeah, man. Like I understand we want to see the best fight the best, but if you want your fighter to fight this person, that person, this person, that person, bro, you gonna fuck around one of your fight on the ground. And then when he start losing, you can be like, man, he ain't shit. Well, you don't ran his ass in the ground, motherfucker. I mean, what you expect? You don't ran him in the ground. Macadosh Smack of the South. What's good with you, fam? Anthony Bolton, what's good? I say he better use that jab and use those angles to stay clear, set them up, counter punches he has. Absolutely. Caleb Plant, a better pure boxer than Morrell. For sure, he is. Volume, and he breaks the hell off the guard on the inside. That he does do. And he shells up a lot. Benavidez is going to unload on him when he does that. I mean, but shit, at the same time, Benavidez shells up too. Saw Ward on Benavidez camp giving him tips. Yep, I saw Andre Ward giving him tips, Roy Jones giving him tips, Aaron Rigondeaux giving him tips as well. He doesn't generally go for a round, so look tired as hell come 5 or 6. That can be another thing too. I agree with all that. You know what I mean? But this is just me assessing David Morrell because, like I said before, I like the kid. You know, I even interviewed him. You know, but I don't. You know, but here's the thing: at the end of the day, it has to be a winner, and there has to be a loser, right? I don't see a draw. I'm just put that out there. I don't see a draw. I would say lack of experience, but that would be a little far fetched considering the guys who has that pedigree of a lot of experience on the pro ranks. So I won't say that. I know he has a lot of fights during the amateurs. That kind of makes up for it as well. His punching ability makes up for it as well. He has some decent feet. Yeah, he has some decent feet. You know what I mean? You can't count that out either. I just don't see David Morrell winning this fight. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I seen one person say, "Well, David Morrell may catch Benevidez coming in or something like that," which could be true. We've seen David Benevidez go down before, but that was like almost 10 years ago now. And, you know, we haven't seen that since, and it was a flash knockdown of that. So that's very hard to say as well. But there's no telling. Both of these guys, is obviously bad blood there. We've seen what happened at the press conference. Now that was something else. You know what I mean? That was something else. The press conference was definitely something else. I actually think what Jose Benavidez Jr., Senior, what he said to the Cubas, I thought that was wild. You know what I mean? Pretty much told him like, y'all need to pay David Morrell more. You taking more than what he's getting paid. And I know Jose ain't gonna lie. So David Morrell probably getting corn chips for this fight for sure. I know we talk about boxing, but do you think Charlo Sanders will be drafted? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he will. Hell yeah, he will. He had a fucking great Shrine Bowl game. Hell yeah. People see he plays strong safety, and people get strong safety and cornerback mixed up. You know what I mean? And a lot of those routes he would never see at a strong safety position. So yeah, he's gonna be drafted, and it might be it'll be the middle rounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and shit. Some people expect him to go like third. So hell yeah, he'll be drafted. I already did my breakdown, and I got David B. Hey, I'm with you. I got David B as well. I'm definitely rocking with David Benevidez. That's for sure. Again, I just don't see it. I don't see what everybody else sees in Morrell to beat David Benevidez. I mean, obviously, I think that I actually just think that, you know, what's the word I want to say? It's a year, maybe a year or a couple fights too early. That's the only thing I actually really have to say. I've always said though, it's not like I haven't said or been vocal about it. I've always said that. Skills from New Orleans say elite experience is triumph over flash. Elite experience override resume or numbers, not limited to the amateurs or pros. All right. Well, since we're saying that, who the fuck did he fight with elite experience? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I say, I'm not knocking David Morrell's resume at all because, again, anytime you only have 2 or 3 fights and you fighting guys 16-0 and 29-0, 29-2, and whatever else he's fought that has some great records, they got a lot of experience. But then again, when we talk about elite, are those guys elite? You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm alluding to. But that's just, again, that's just my take. You know what I mean? And I could be dead wrong and shit. He might fuck around, knock Benavidez out. You know what I mean? I could be dead wrong. It's just my prediction. That's all it is. I just don't see a way for him to win. Don't get me wrong. I do like the kid. He said for CC, I'm not talking. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, we on the same page. See, yeah. I'm talking about David Morrell. Yeah. You talking about yeah. No, yeah. It trumps, yeah. Yeah, we on the same page. Skills from New Orleans. Yeah, we on the same page. I'm talking about Morrell. You know what I mean? Like, I understand what you're saying for us, David Benevidez and his elite experience trump. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you. I'm definitely with you. I just don't see um, no same style matchup. The one David Morrell beat. Exactly. Not none of those guys had the styles that David Benevidez has at all. Don't even compare nor. I mean, shit. It don't even compare. None of those guys compare. Except for the record, I got David Benavidez via KO take. Me too. I got it in the middle rounds. I actually like between 7 and 9. That's just me. You know what I mean? Some people say later, or some people have David Morrell. But then again, a lot of people, a lot of people picking David Morrell because of him consistently calling out Canelo, and a lot of the Canelo fans are mad at that. David Benavidez keep calling him out, so they going against David Benavidez, which is awkward to me because if anything, they should be wanting David Benavidez to win, and they should be telling their guy Canelo, "Hey man, just fight this man to get it over with." But of course, we all know that. I mean, it's no secret. Canelo don't want to fight him. I mean, listen, I don't have anything against Canelo, right? But if a man tells you, and Canelo is at words, I don't think he deserves a fight because he talks shit about me. Why would I? Why would I? He just want money. Why would I give guy money who talks shit about me? What? This the fight business. What you talking about? That let me know, right? You don't want to fight him. So people not wrong for saying that. They not. People are not wrong for saying that. That's what it is. Shit. In so many little words, if you tell me you don't want to fight me because I've been talking shit about you, you just want the money, obviously you need to do something about it. But if you telling me you don't want to fight me and I just want the money, and I keep talking shit about you, and you don't want to fight me because of that, then hey, what else am I supposed to say? I'm talking shit about him because he don't want to fight, so he not gonna fight me because I'm talking shit about him. This is a gladiator sport. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't know. I didn't understand that. So for Canelo to say that, come out his own mouth, it just made me feel like, yeah, he just don't want to fight him. Cool, fine. So I just feel like, hey man, it said best fights are made of hype. True, true, true. Now obviously, um, uh, are made off hype. No, for sure, I understood what you're saying. Um, but that just let me know what that now. I do believe Canelo will fight him. I don't. I mean, they fighters, right? I mean, they fighters. I don't personally believe that fighters are scared of fighters. That's just strange to me. Strange to me. You know what I mean? But some people may be. I could be absolutely wrong, but personally, I don't see how fighters are scared of other fighters. I mean, shit, they've been doing it for so long. Even through the amateurs, coming up, you don't even know who you fighting at some of the ringside, the world ringsides, the Golden Gloves, the Nationals, the JOs, all this stuff that they got. You don't know when you go to these tournaments. You don't know who you fighting. So it's just like I don't see how people say fighters are scared of this person or that person. I just don't believe that because you've been fighting for so long and you always been pulling. You don't know who you fighting coming to the car. You can go fight the number one guy in the country and you can be the bottom of the barrel. You don't know who you're going to fight. Or you could be the number one in the country and fight the second best guy on the first day. So I just don't see that. Probably Canelo last fight is David Benavidez. Probably so. I just don't see how people say they're scared of each other. I just say he don't want to fight him. I ain't gonna say he's scared of him. I just don't think he want to fight him. It said Hot Rod was tapping Morrell up, and Morrell was going for knockout, going for the knockout. Same punch, telegraphing his punches. He was frustrated, couldn't get it done. So with Benavidez, he gonna get it done. He gonna get done in. Hey, and that's see, you seeing the same thing I was seeing. Not I only didn't just see it in that fight. I've seen it in 3 other fights outside of that fight as well. So that's one of my reasons why I'm picking Benavidez. And I ain't seen nobody else besides you. You like the first person to say that Mass Moves lifestyle. But I ain't seen nobody else take that observation as well. That was something that I've been seeing. And I just think it's too early, man. I really do. I just think it's too early. But I could be wrong too. You know what I mean? Some people say this is a 50-50 fight. How people see this as a 50-50 fight, I have no clue. If somebody has this 50-50 fight, please break it down to me because I'm trying to understand. And I just can't come to terms with 50-50. Now, if you see it 60-40, then I'll be like, all right. But 50-50, nah. Canelo versus David Benevidez, Raider Stadium coming soon. Shit. And if anybody's saying that, Boxing Guru, I know you know something because I know who you connected to. appreciate that, Guru. I know who you connected to. So hey, I appreciate that one, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate that one. I know who you connected to. Yeah, I know who you connected to. Matter of fact, tell Sammy he need to pick up that phone. You know what I mean? Tell Sammy he need to pick up that phone. Sammy got a message from me today too. Said Mark Davis, PBC Turkey. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. I want to talk about those other fights tomorrow because this card right here is the only one that really interests me. It's a couple other fights this weekend. Of course, you got Clarissa Shields on Sunday. You know what I mean? You got Clarissa Shields on Sunday, which, hey, man, listen. I've been in the gym with Clarissa Shields because, you know, she trains here in Atlanta. I've been in the gym with her. Now, I haven't seen, I think her name Persons or whatever that she's fighting. I haven't seen how she looks. I haven't even bothered to watch film because I know that fight is on Sunday. So I have actually had plans to wake up Sunday morning and watch some fights of hers before I come in and give my opinion. So with that being said, I ain't really too much involved in that fight just yet because I got to watch film on it. But said Perkins 42, we need Clarissa to up that KO Street to 2. Okay, yeah. But shit, that's a big woman. Boy, I seen that's a big, and me seeing Clarissa in person, like nah, I ain't gonna say nothing crazy, but I mean, she's thick down below. She's thick, so she's solid, you know, down below. But Perkins look like her hands are humongous. She got very broad ass shoulders. You know what I mean? So it's going. I think it'll be a good matchup. You know, she's 42, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean. She's still doing a thing. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I haven't seen a young lady fight, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh yeah, Azium versus Lipinets. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight too, man. Me personally, my dog Gritty. Y'all know I did the Witch Collar report gonna come out this weekend too. The Gritty report. I'm gonna do the Gritty report again. Gritty report give me his ups and downs of the boxing weekend. So he gonna have that ready for me on Sunday as well. So y'all gonna be seeing that drop on Sunday. Gritty also, he's a big fan of Sergey Lipinets too. So I actually like Sergey Lipinets. I just don't like the fact that he don't get his head off the line. But one thing about Sergey Lipinets, he gonna always come to fight, whether you beat his ass or not. You know what I mean? DeJuan Pittman said, "What's up, brother? What's going on with Wilder? Is he still fighting in April, or him and Joshua will be made?" Shit, Joshua had a chance to make the fight last year. Joshua chose to fight Ngannou instead of fighting Deontay. I keep telling people that he had an ultimatum. He chose to fight Ngannou instead of fighting Deontay. So shit, Deontay said he done with that shit, and Joshua's just gonna have to wait. I know Eddie Hearn keep using his name and shit like that, but man, Joshua just gonna be waiting for a while. and that's nothing he want to chase. But it's supposed to be April, but I don't know. I was actually with him earlier today, so I don't. We don't really be talking boxing, so I don't know. I asked though. She is, but she's an old lady in the world boxing world. Yeah, yeah. But the last thing to go is your power. I don't know her. I don't even know her boxing record, so I can't really speak too much on her. Yeah, Danielle is definitely built like a guy for sure. Um, yeah, but Sergey Lipinets, man, he a tough fighter. I actually like him. I just don't like the fact that he don't move his head off the line. So, and part of that probably comes from some of the stuff that he used to do with MMA as well. So, I just don't like it. I just don't like him keeping his head on the line, and that's actually when he started getting his ass whooped because he keep that head on the line. But outside of that, he gonna come to fight. He gonna make it rough. He gonna make it rugged. So I like that. Who else on the card? I think is that all the fights on that card? I think that's it. There's some other card, but like I said, I want to talk about some of those other fights tomorrow because you still got Brandon Moore versus Skylar Lacey. I know y'all seen what happened with the Skylar Lacey. DJ, what's good with you, DJ? What's going on? Ain't holla at you in a minute, my boy. What's good? It say Azim and Lippius both missed initial weight, assuming they get down to 40, but haven't really checked around. Okay. Yeah. That's the U card. Yeah, I know that's the UK card for sure. I know that. I know that. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah. Shit. What's called it? He tried to yoke Brandon up. Brandon had to, what I'm saying, get stiff a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that. So Lacey he seemed like a little mean, but sometime, man, when Brandon get to going, like Brandon be in the gym with us sometime down here in the A. So when he get to going, he really nice with it. You know what I mean? He won a couple rounds with the kid from Top Rank or whatever like that. But I know at that time him and his coach was going through some things. But this could be a bounce back fight. It's actually got low odds on it. So this is a buy low. I'm gonna try to call Brandon in the morning. I'm definitely gonna DM him. If I don't call him a DM, I really don't like bothering fighters the day of the fight and just ask him how he feeling, shit like that. Try to get a feel for what he trying to do in the fight. Then I'm gonna see if I can place a bet. Clarissa Shields until she tired of ass whoopings. Uh, yeah, the UK card. I think the UK card gonna be one of the first cards on, so I'm probably gonna have to wake up early and get on here. Who else we got? Let me see who else. No, that's next week. Yeah, Derek Chisora out of Wallen. That's next week. Let me see. Yeah. Everybody else is UK cards. Yeah, everybody else UK cards. So, yeah, man. Ramos Jr. is about to use Rosario to send a message to the entire division. Well, sure, he should. Ain't Ramos coming off loss? So Camaro fight tomorrow night. Yeah, he fight tomorrow night. But I'm not a Camaro fan. When you involved with Floyd, you're gonna have a whole lot of hype around you. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, the young man can fight. He can fight. I'm just not a fan just yet. You know what I mean? Maybe I get there, maybe I won't. But don't get me wrong, I've seen fighters like him before. So it's not like he's doing something special for me right now. No shade, no hate. It's just I've seen fighters like him before. So it's nothing special for me right now. Jesus Ramos. Who was that who Lubin beat? Lubin beat didn't Lubin beat Ramos or something like that? Man, I know I ain't tripping. Let me see. I do be getting names mixed up, so you gotta excuse me. I don't know everything. But I know Erickson Lubin beat one of them motherfuckers. he beat Ramos. Yeah, I know I ain't tripping. Yeah, he beat Ramos. No, it was what made me say that was because who said that? Somebody said, uh, yeah, he beat Ramos Jr. I know I ain't, yeah, I'm about to say I know I ain't tripping. Yeah, okay. Oh, it wasn't his last fight. My bus. Yeah, I did say that. I said his last fight. It wasn't his last fight, but uh, I don't think that Jason Rosario can duplicate what Lubin did. So, so like I said before, man, Ramos just got to go to the body. You know what I'm saying? Yonel Hernandez, haven't checked it out. You said that's so hold on. That's his cousin? What you mean? That's his cousin? Who cousin? What you talking about? No, that's the same person. Yeah, he lost to Lubin, 2023. He did beat Joan Gonzalez. That's the very next fight. He ended up getting a stoppage in the 9th round. Yeah, he don't like body shots at all. He definitely doesn't. Yeah. Said it is it no. It's not his cousin. No, it's Jesus Ramos. No, it's Jesus Ramos. What else we got? Abel Ramos is his uncle. Is that? Yeah. I think that's probably. I get them mixed up too. So shit, you know what I mean? I get them mixed up too. But I was right that time. He did lose, but it wasn't his last. It wasn't Abel. I mean, shit. It wasn't Jesus Ramos' last fight. I almost said Abel Ramos. See, there you go. You got me saying Abel Ramos now. But yeah, it was Jesus' last fight. I mean, it wasn't Jesus Ramos' last fight. Tell you what you think about J Rock versus Tellez. 24-9. Yeah, Johannes Tellez or something like that. Yeah, it's a big step up. Odds hit the line. Books J Rock open at on plus 600 underdog, which is crazy to me. Man, listen. I'm gonna put my money on J Rock. Yo Ennis Tellez. You talking about Yo Ennis Tellez. That's what you talking about. Yo Ennis Tellez. Yeah. I'm gonna put my money on J Rock, man. Don't get me wrong, Yo Ennis Tellez, he's one of those up and coming guys. He's been looking real good. But listen, what people don't know is J Rock, he has fought. It just wasn't on the PBC card. I actually think that he was doing a hell of a job when he fought the quote unquote everybody called the boogeyman, Carlos Adames. He made Carlos Adames look like shit. And I think he fought after that, if I'm not mistaken. And he looked real good. And he fought again, I believe. I think he fought twice since that. But there's no way you can put J Rock at a plus 600. He's nah. Yo, and his tellers, he got a lot of flaws. He got a lot of flaws. Yeah, Breadman, that's my guy. Yeah, Breadman gonna have him right. Trust and believe that. Breadman definitely gonna have him right. So I don't believe he should be a plus 600, not to Yo Ennis Tellers. I don't believe that. No. Guru, so I knew family was a fighter too. Yeah, man, I be getting them mixed up too. So what you think about Kidd versus Stevenson? That should be Stevenson. That should be Shakur Stevenson, easiest fight fucking ever. Easiest fucking fight ever. I keep telling people, listen, I remember when Floyd Schofield fought down here in the amateurs. He didn't want to fight nobody. He didn't want to fight Haven Brady. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight no more. I'm trying to, people, whatever the hype is about Floyd Schofield, listen. Your boy about to get fucked up. Said, what about J-Rock punch resistance? But I really can't calculate that, Guru. Only reason why I'm not calculating because he was in there. He was in there with a big puncher. Carlos Adames, everybody called him the boogeyman. I don't know why people call him the boogeyman, because he wasn't shit at 47. He wasn't shit at 54. And now all of a sudden you become the boogeyman at 160. I don't understand that. How the fuck did that happen? I don't know. But shit, he took him to deep waters. And in fact, Carlos Adames was loose in that fight. Hazmat Shiraz, I don't know. Hazmat Shiraz. He said that's what they banking on. Yeah, that's they banking on his punch resistance being gone. I don't believe it is though. I want Hazmat to move up. I know Ray Muratalla, they supposed to be hooking up for a fight. Him and I forget the kid name, but him and somebody else supposed to be fighting in April. I'm looking for that fight too, because I know Muratalla right there up in the ranks too. One of the things I'm gonna throw out there, man, I think so who you got, Davis or Baranchik? Man, it's a Keyshawn Davis fight for sure, but Baranchik, he's smart, dog. People just don't give him credit. People don't give Baranchik credit, but he's smart, and it's absolutely tailor-made fight for Keyshawn. And I actually think Keyshawn Davis versus Gervonta Tank Davis is next. Yeah, I actually think Gervonta Tank Davis versus Keyshawn Davis is next. That's just me. That's what I think. I think that fight is next. And hopefully Keyshawn do win. Yeah, Ray Muratalla versus Abdullah. Man, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I know Jesus Ramos already bounced back from a fight from losing to Erickson Lubin. And well, I ain't gonna lie, he didn't look in that fight, he didn't look good at all. You know what I mean? He didn't look good at all. Not how I usually see Jesus Ramos look for sure. But he definitely one of them guys for sure. Keyshawn tailor-made for Tank. I keep telling people that. I don't know why people see. Here's the thing, Ali. For whatever Tank versus Rayo, I don't know why. Well, you know what? Well, no, Rayo got a fight coming up. Rayo got a fight coming up. Man, champion, you just want to be irritation today, man. You come in here from all these different pages, brother. Oh, what you want, smoke or something? I don't think, if that's what you think, that's what you think. I don't think it was a robbery at all. He didn't look good in that fight. I don't think that he's a bad fighter. I actually like Jesus Ramos, but it wasn't a robbery. I'm sorry. Yeah, he fighting Russell, but I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. Then you hear Steven Espinoza come out and say that Tank wants Shakur. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did hear that they did send Shakur a contract. So I know Shakur said it was cap and stuff like that, but these people who I heard it from ain't gonna lie. These people who I heard it from ain't gonna lie. So and they the guys that's wearing the suits. So I ain't saying no names. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no names, but you can say you heard it from me. I did hear. You know what I mean? They sent him. They sent him a. They sent him a. Uh, they sent him a. They did send him a contract. So I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I heard it from the guys in the suit. So, but in these individuals ain't gonna lie. But we'll see. Now, Steven Espinoza did say that. Y'all know I'm very good friends with. Matter of fact, I texted Steve the other day. But Steve gonna try to make the fight now. He definitely will go. He definitely will go out and try to make the fight. He said, "No, I was rooting for Ramos and Lubin legit beat it." Hey, saw the same thing as well. I saw the same thing as well. But I like Ramos, so I mean, that like I say, it's 2025 and people still want to troll, man. Like that shit got to be the weirdest shit ever. Said Tank Shakur is definitely one we need this year. I mean, I think Tank gonna listen. I don't think nobody gonna beat Tank. I don't think nobody can. I think if Tank told Steven Espinoza he want to fight Shakur next, Steven Espinoza definitely gonna go try to make it happen. All right, so champion, I tried to give you a chance. You still on the same shit, so you gotta go, man. Create another page. See you in a minute. It's like it's 2025, man. You too old for that shit, man. Too old for that shit, man. You got Bud or Canelo? Shit, man. I don't know, dog. That's a fight that I just sit back and watch. Yeah, that's a fight that I just sit back and watch. I don't know, man, because again, like that is a steep that's very steep. But then again, Bud can use that old school style that he used on Earl. You know what I mean? But then again, Canelo, he punching on motherfuckers' biceps, busting them hoes too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I like I've always said, I do believe I've been saying for the last 3 years Canelo's losing steps. But when I was saying it, oh, you just hating on Canelo. How am I hating on Canelo? I'm not. He's losing steps. He was posted the guy he fought at home. Oh shit, I forgot his name. The guy that he fought at home. He was supposed to get his ass up out of there. You see what happened? You know what I mean? He hasn't looked the same in the last 3 years. He hasn't looked this ever since from 2022 up until now. He has not looked the same. Teofimo and Tank is my favorite matchup, to be honest. Yeah, Tank gonna do that boy dirty, just like he did him in sparring. Yeah, I don't really think too much of Teofimo, man. I don't respect Teofimo, man. You know what I mean? Now, the funny thing about this, here's the funny thing about this. Y'all remember when Teofimo was saying all this bullshit, how they was going to freeze Devin Haney out and they was going to freeze this person out. They never wanted him to have the belts and all this other type of shit. Now look at it. Now look who asking for a fight. Now look who asking Devin Haney for a fight. Now look who asking Turkey for a fight. Teofimo Lopez. He turned down fights with Brian O'Malley Jr. He turned down the fight with Matias. He turned down the fight over here. I mean, come on, bro. What are you doing? You talking about black people, but at the same time, now you asking these black fighters to fight you. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Nobody want to hear that shit. You can always go get it back in blood with Cambosis. You never talked about going get it back in blood. I want to see De Los Santos Tank. Yeah, Tank gonna break his shit. Yeah, Tank can break his shit. Yeah, man. But I appreciate, man. I appreciate everybody. You know, I definitely appreciate everybody, man. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Finna go read me a book or something. But with that being said, man, I'm out. Y'all take it easy. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, definitely for sure. I'm gonna come on before the fight start because I wanna talk about the other cards coming up too as well. So with that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello world.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors. And I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First ranking with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.